At the end of that Toronto Star article, it says that compared to April 2013, the average sale price for all houses and condos in Stouffville has increased 124.6%. Are you
Yeah.
concerned that Stouffville may be cost prohibitive real estate market for young Canadians?
Oh, honestly, I think Ontario in a whole is that way for newer buyers, and
Yeah.
I honestly I know it's going to come right down to one thing. It's going to be inventory. If there's enough inventory, it will give a little bit more of a chance for the younger generation to at least get their foot into something, even if it's a condo.
That's correct.
But
Yeah.
something. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen what I saw. What's happened in the last few years,
Mhm.
but I don't think the train's stopping. I think there's too much,
So much
immigration
need.
coming in. A lot
Yeah.
of people that still are Canadian citizens that want to purchase, and you have to look at the unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is still very good.
Hmm.
It's not like the unemployment has gone down and rates are going up and all this. I
And when you
just
see immigration taking place, the two provinces are Ontario and BC. And this is where you do see a lot of the times they have the
mm,
highest highs and they also drop
drop. Yeah.
significantly as well. And that's because, again, immigration needs and what have you. But we're slated to have another 400,000 people. We got to put them somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think that the first time buyers, all this, it's gonna come down to inventory. That's what I feel.
We need more affordable housing.
Yeah,
Um, you need to have a place to put people. We need more rental buildings as well too. We need something where people, you're seeing a lot of, there's no place to put
no,
renters.
yeah.
Like it's just, leases. Leases are going as well for multiple
And so,
offers.
and
Like,
it's almost a trickle effect. The elderly can't find a place to go, and so they're not moving. And then you have the younger generations trying to get into the elderly homes
yeah.
that they've owned. That
Mhm.
it's almost like there's like a disconnect between the two.
And you're seeing a lot of multi-generational
Multi-gen, right? Yeah.
families. And you used to think before, oh, it's, bringing in grandma or grandpa. No, it's
No.
like the
Yeah.
kids are getting married. They're coming back home, right? They're
Yeah.
not selling that family home any
So you're
longer.
getting less and less of that type of inventory, right?
Or you're seeing the parents selling that family home and then they're gifting
That
the
money.
deposit to
Yeah.
their children because there's no way they're going to
Yeah,
get
there was an
into it.
article about that too. That's like a big chunk of the buyers now are collecting money from or
Mhm.
getting money from their parents or families or
But yes, Stouffville is just one of the many, municipalities, towns, and obviously you're seeing this even in Toronto, and again, Golden Horseshoe, pretty much all of the GTA,
mm,
and across the province, across the nation,
mhm.
where prices have, they have gone up, and this is all recently. And again, there was a bit of a pause, was a pause button, and people were just waiting patiently,
Mm.
seeing if pricing is going to come down. And like I said, it's just it could be waiting for quite some time.
So, how have interest rate increases impacted the Stouffville market, and where do you see them heading in the next year or two? And how will that change? How will that change impact the market?
I think they're going to stay steady. There might be maybe one more increase. I don't see a drop this year, really don't. And I think if they do drop it, you're going to see the market pick up even
Now, they
more.
might hover, I feel, around 5%. That's
Hmm.
what I feel. And
Hmm.
then maybe into next year or end of next year, they might drop.
Drop a
Maybe.
little bit.
But I think right now they're going to hold tight. I told you the unemployment rate is strong.
Hmm.
So the inflation is where it needs to come down. I think it's at 3% now
Yeah,
or something. It's
it's
come
coming
down,
down, but not
but not
enough.
enough. Yeah.
And again, you know, they don't want to fuel that frenzy again. So
Yeah.
having it leveled, I think, is healthy because 2% or these 1% that they were doing, you can't.
When our parents bought, they were in the double digits and they were still sales. I just think, people were holding back last year because of this, doom and gloom that they were talking. It's
Mhm.
very media driven. And I wish the
More people
public
did what you're doing,
would
which is coming
would
directly to
actually
us.
pull, the on the ground
That's right.
in your community.
Mhm.
Every community is completely different,
Mhm.
so I think that's most important. So talking to someone who knows what that community is going through at that moment, every community is different, right?
Mhm.
So, what factors should buyers consider when looking to purchase a home in Stouffville, and what about sellers?
So for buyers, like Dolores said, you have to have all your financing in order. Be prepared for the fact that a lot of these conditions are being pulled, such as financing and inspection. So be prepared for that. If you're constantly going out there and you're putting in all different types of conditions, more than likely you will be losing on those multiple offer scenarios. But don't overextend yourself because you're desperate to
Yeah,
find a
if it's not
place.
the right house, we just wait.
Just wait.
There's no stress.
That's right.
And I guess also aligning yourself with a local realtor,
Mhm.
because it's very important. No one knows that area better than that local realtor.
That's right.
That's most important.
Yes, local expertise is, it's like anything. And especially when it comes to real estate, you hear the one common tagline: location, location, location. And one location, like
Is different. Like one street is different than another street here in
Mhm.
Stouffville.
Mhm.
So you really have to know your product and
We had people that, they put in offers and their agent didn't even know, oh, there was a train track or there was a cemetery. They didn't know about all these other factors and they bring in offers and it's like, well, you didn't know. Well, I'm very sorry, but the property is now sold. That's your due diligence. So, a buyer's agent, that's the house you're going to end up
oh,
with.
that's huge money.
That's the house you're going to end up with. So you have to know and have somebody really qualified, a full-time realtor that understands the market and understands that specific location because that's the house you're going to live in. The one you sell, you're selling it,
You've
right?
made your money there. But yeah, in terms of the seller side, you were asking the question.
Mhm.
I,
A lot of services. You need services, staging, marketing, again, full-time realtor.
that's most important.
Offers are coming in. You hear our phone ringing here at the office. Like these are things that can't be missed. And again, not to take away anything from part-time realtors, but it is what it is. You have somebody who's working a 9 to 5 job and an agent's, I'm looking to get information and I have to wait until 6 o'clock or
Oh my
it's
God.
just, it's
I would
tough.
I would go to their place of work. I need you now.
Yeah, it's tough because it's an industry that really doesn't have a whole lot of rules, right? So this is again your property that you're selling. You want to sell it for the most amount of money. There's a lot of things that need to be done. So whether, like I said, if it is staging and cleaning and lawn care and all these other things, like getting that house looking perfect because you have
even
one impression to make
Yeah.
for those buyers.
even doing some light construction, like getting it ready for the
Mhm.
for the buyer, right?
Dolores loves her hammer and her mallet and
Oh yeah, sure.
nails. She's really good with a paintbrush.
Yeah, right.